Alright, let's have a look inside this MTG-530 gshock watch. This watch is not really in a horrible condition or beaten up condition. Still, I'm gonna need to clean it up a little bit before I proceed with the review video. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to remove this metal armor out of the way. 2 spring bar just to lock it in place. And this adapter has another locking mechanism with the hard kit itself with 2 hooks pointing upwards. Modern G-Shock have it pointing downwards, so a bit different there, which is kind of cool. I mean, modern MTG even have special adapter for this lug, right? So 2 spring bars, shorter lengths, longer lengths. I'm gonna put it back on the metal armor so I did not misplace them because they look pretty much similar like any spring bar out there. I don't want to mix match with plenty of other G-Shock, right? So let's remove another spring bar here just for the bracelet itself. So now I break it. Well, I thought I broke it, but turns out it's just loose. Look at that. There's a spring over here in the little bar or barrel, and there's the stud just to lock it in place. That is how pretty much every spring bar was built. In this case, somehow it got broken. But it is still usable as is because nothing actually breaks, just loosen up. So I removed now the spring bars just to see what's up, and turns out, yeah, that's the case. This is the only one that's quote-unquote break. The bracelet has all these stainless steel solid links on them, so there's no complaint and no issues at all. There's no one of those composite resin on them yet, only for the adapter. So you can see some history going on here, right? Modern G-Shock have the exact same build, but back then they weren't able to do it. But you could see the idea was already there, even back then. Now, remove the adapter out of the way. Now you can see the body as is. In order to remove this bezel out of the way, this is one of those G-Shock. You have to remove it from the inside. So remove the back plate out, remove 4 screws. And this is probably the most solid piece out of all. Solid single piece of metal, which probably, I mean, for a metal twisted G-Shock, you gotta expect that. So I'm gonna change the battery first just to see if the movement is still working. I swapped this battery once before. It only operates on CR1616, about $1. It's so cheap, you could even do it by yourself. Have a tweezer perform the AC operation and you should be good to go. So I test movement, everything still works and that's fine. Even the EL backlighting still works as well, but it is so dim. Pretty much every G-Shock at the time, especially with this design, have the same idea or built in the EL. And of course, I'm going to show you guys the juicy detail on the watch face down with the glow is in the dark, numerals, hands, and of course, all of the lettering is on there. Ooh, so nice. You see the circular finishing, checkered texture as well. Reminds me of some, high-end Swiss watches. So now, in order to remove the button, of course, you have to remove the E-clip out of the way. And the button is already starting to disintegrate. You can see it scratch easily. This is not a good sign. So if I were to force the bezel up and over the buttons before I'm doing this, the button's definitely going to break. You can see some slanted surface on it as well. Even it has a circular teardrop finishing. It also still has some sharp edges on it, which is really significant of a G-Shock. Now, remove the bezel is quite easy. I spent about 3 minutes doing so, only to realize all I have to do is just force it out. Just like that. There's no hook, there's not even double-sided tape on it. It's so easy. The hard case itself still looking fine. It's no another, I don't know, thing that I need to clean up at least. Well, I do have to clean it up, but this part is so easy. Now, there's another metal frame on this resin bezel which is gonna be to remove as well. There's 2 pins to lock it in place over here and 2 hooks, one on each side that hold onto the resin bezel. So remove those out of the way and then the metal frame could be removed. The bezel itself is quite flexible, but because it has this metal framing on it, it makes it so tough that even if I try to remove the bezel up and over the button, it will be impossible without breaking the buttons. Here's another decoration piece, which just for fun. 2 of them, one on each side, in this case blue colorway. I could swap them out, I think, to different colors if I want a different appearance, maybe to red. But I'm not going to do that yet. Perhaps I'll do that in the full review video just to see how it looks like. And then there's another metal frame on top of it just to add some final touch. It was indeed double-sided tape on it. So this one has gloss finishing, some hairline finishing on it, which, for an MTG, I guess it's fair. All MTG, even today, have separate bezel and separate ring. And now here's the index marker on the inside. This part already shows signs of disintegrating. It's starting to get oily, starting to get sticky. So I cleaned it up with some acetone and clean up the rest with some acetone as well. And of course, everything else, all the tiny parts, even with some dishwashing soap, brush it all up. And now the final results. Look at that, all looking clean. You can see some shapes on the bezel itself, which integrate with the metal backplate, which I like a lot. Every time I see integration between metal and resin together in a G-Shock watch, that shows signs of high quality build, because to design one of these, it requires a lot of effort. So put it all back together, and since everything's already working, put all the armor back in. I love saying this word. This really reminds me of a piece of armor. Two of them, one for the lug, one for the armor. Lock it in place, support the adapter, make it stronger, because this watch is really long. And we'll talk about more in the review video, but for now, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end the video with a quick wrist check. Let's show you guys how the watch looks like after it was fully cleaned up. And until then, thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion Channel, and